Hi, welcome to the Beverly's channel. My name's Kathy and today we're going to make a pillowcase. Super fun. I like them because it only takes a yard of fabric, really quick. You can make them for kids, teenagers, it could be for a slumber party, sleepover, all kinds of possibilities. So let me tell you what you're going to need to get started. So you're going to need 2 pieces of fabric to make this pillowcase. The header piece you're going to want 9 inches wide by the length of the fabric, which is somewhere between 44 and 45 inches. And then for the body of the pillowcase, you're going to want 3/4 of a yard, which is 27 inches by 44, 45 inches, depending on the brand of fabric. Now you're going to take your 2 pieces, and I like to start by matching the centers, and we're going to pin all the way across, matching those raw edges. All right, now that we have that done, you're going to notice here over on the side that we've got our selvage. It's the edge where the fabric was put on the machine at the manufacturer, and sometimes the selvage, besides the fact that it has printing on it, sometimes it will shrink a little bit differently than the rest of the fabric, so I like to get rid of the selvage. So we're going to cut that off on both sides, all the way down. See, I don't want this printing from the manufacturer to be on there. So you can either cut that by using a ruler and a pencil and a pair of scissors, or you can use your rotary cutter and a cutting mat. So let's get that taken care of and trimmed off. Alrighty, now that we got that selvage cut off on both edges, we're ready to go ahead and stitch the header to the body of the pillowcase, and we're going to make a 1/2 inch seam. Now we're going to want to press this seam that we have right here towards the header. It'll make it look a lot more finished and professional. Now let's put right sides together. Fold your pillowcase in half, and we're going to match these 2 seams right here. Pin all the way down the sides and all the way across the bottom. Alright, now that we have that pinned, we're going to make a 1/2 inch seam all the way down the side and all the way across the bottom. Let me also add that when you get to this seam right here, just make sure that on the back that your seam is going towards the header so that it lays smooth there. Alright, at this point you have a couple options for how you'd like to finish this inside seam right here. You're going to want to either press it open and then just go ahead with the next step, or press it open and zigzag along each side of your seam. Another option would be to press it to one side and then use your serger and serge all the way along that edge. It'll be a super finished edge. Or what I'm going to do today is pretend that I have a serger, and I'm going to press it to one side, and I'm going to use a zigzag stitch, and I'm going to do a little zigzag all the way across here. When you get down to the corner, yes, it's difficult, so I go as far as I can, and then we'll deal with the other part later. And I like to press the bottom seam as well. Okay. zigzag. There you go. Now you can trim any loose threads, and we're ready for the next step, which is to turn down 1/2 inch along this top raw edge. We're just going to turn down 1/2 inch and press all the way around. And when I do this, I usually just double check, okay, is that 1/2 inch? Yes. I pin it, I start right at the seam, and then for the rest of it, I just kind of eyeball it. Sometimes I'll double check along the way. Am I close? Yeah, let's see. Do I have a good eyeball? Yes. Now we're going to fold this folded edge all the way down to the seam that we have right here. The stitching line, we're going to match it up, and we are going to pin and press all the way around here. Okay, now let's press. Now, we're going to want to stitch 1/4 of an inch seam to attach this so that we have 1/4 of an inch all the way over here. I don't like stitching on this side because I can't see this stitching line. Sometimes my eye goes to this, the edge of the fabric. So if you stitch it on this side, if you stitch it on the right side, your eye isn't going to be distracted by anything else. The foot of your machine is going to follow right along here. I recommend about 1/4 of an inch. It doesn't matter if it's 3/8 of an inch. The key thing is that you want it to be a straight line all along the stitching there. So let me pull the sewing machine over and we can do that. Now you're going to notice that I have my pins on the inside, which is not a great way to do it. I could take all these pins out, put them on the front. I could take them all off, but the whole idea of having pins there is so that everything stays in place. And I would rather just take them out as I go. Maybe it takes an extra minute, but everything is going to stay where it is. And you want to start right where the seam is. So let's get rid of that one. And I'm going to line it up right here with the foot of my machine, and I'm on the right side. There we are back at the beginning, and I just backed it up a little bit so that I have it secure. And now you have it all totally finished inside. You don't have any raw edges. Alrighty, so of course we're going to press it, and remember I had said, oh well, we'll deal with that corner seam before, later. So now is the later, and just carefully make sure that the seam is open up there, and press the whole deal. So there you have it. We've got our pillowcase. Super quick and easy to personalize for a friend or a gift. Enjoy making lots of pillowcases. We'll see ya. Bye.